Jonathan Ross Show. Let's start, as we always do, by taking a look and seeing who is in my green room tonight. They have just been voted Best Television Personalities for the 834th year in a row. It's everyone's favourite conjoined TV twins, Ant and Dec, ladies and gentlemen. Who doesn't love Ant and Dec? We also have one of Hollywood's biggest stars from some of my favourite films of all time, such as Private Benjamin and Death Becomes Her. It's the fabulous Goldie Hawn. Goldie, how lovely to see you again. Love Goldie. The next guest is one of Britain's best-loved stand-up comedians. You're known from Jonathan Creek, you're known from QI. It's Alan Davis, ladies and gentlemen. Looking dapper. And I'm especially excited because we have music and a little bit of chat from one of the biggest female jazz artists of all time. I heard her sing in rehearsal earlier on. Her voice, it blew me away. She's a true global superstar. It's Diana Krall. Hello, Diana. Thank you so much for being here. You're going to love it. So let me start by wishing everyone here and everyone at home a very happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. And don't worry, fellas, if you haven't got something yet, you've got a couple of hours, you can go online, print out a coupon, all right? It doesn't matter how long you've been together, you have to make an effort, and you should make a little bit of effort. I can always sense the tension when there's a couple and someone's been let down, you know? And I'm looking at you two, Ant and Dec. Who forgot this year? You see? It needn't be a big present. A card can be enough, of course, like this one, for example. Roses are red, violets are blue. This card was expensive. Take off your clothes. Still available, as you will be if you send that card to a loved one. But if you want something a little saucier, may I recommend these? It's a new product this year we found. These are called Fundies. I had your interest, now I have your attention, don't I? It's underwear built for two, of course it is. So maybe not on the first date. Maybe wait till you get intimate to wear those. But imagine how bad that would be for the woman, because after a few days, the bloke will say, they're good for another week. What are you talking about? Just turn them inside out, put them on again. And we have some Fundies here to show you. Where are the pair we had? We had a pair of Fundies in. We had an actual pair in. Oh, look at that. That's it.
I think we've got them on the wrong way around.
You're only saying that because you're in the front, Dec. That's what you're saying. I love the fact that Dec's trying to put a big distance between you even there. And then he pings forward with even more force. Look at that. I'll tell you what. That's the Ant versus Dec challenge we want to see, isn't it? So we get my first guest out, ladies and gentlemen? Why don't we? Whether they're introducing the acts on Britain's Got Talent or offering up kangaroo anus in the jungle, they always do it with charm, warmth and wit. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Ant and Dec. See you again. Thank you for coming on. You guys have fun. How are you? Great to see you. Sit down. Ant and Dec, ladies and gentlemen. Fabulous to have you back on the show. Thank you for joining us.
Nice to be back.
Lovely to be back.
I noticed there, when I said Ant and Dec, you actually came out Ant first.
We always do.
So you always do that?
Always do. I'm used to it now, yeah.
So you don't mind coming second?
I'm still slightly bitter about the whole situation.
And was it because it was alphabetical? Was it just because it was A came first, or...?
Yeah, alphabetical. That's what it was, Jonathan. It's all about That's what I keep telling him, anyway.
But I thought Dec and Ant has a kind of a ring to it.
Dec and Ant doesn't work.
Doesn't work, not now. It's ingrained now.
And I don't think Dec and Ant would ever work.
No.
Dec and Ant?
It sounds like decadent, decadent.
It's a bit poncy. It's a bit poncy that way, isn't it?
I mean, Dec, full stop, he's sort of poncy, isn't he? Hey, go. Congratulations, though, because since last we met, and you will probably know this, ladies and gentlemen, Dec has got engaged. Congratulations. Wonderful news.
Thank you. Yeah.
It was November, I believe. Was that right?
It was November, just before I'm a Celebrity Get Me Out of Here. Yeah, on the way to Australia. Me and I had a little holiday in Oz before we travelled down to the set, and I popped the question in the Hayman Islands, yeah.
So how did you pop the question? Can I ask you if that's not too personal?
No, it was... I wasn't quite sure how I was going to do it, so I took the ring with me and I was looking for the opportunity to do it, and you know, it's beautiful out there. We were on the Great Barrier Reef, and we had a wonderful hotel, and it was stunning everywhere. But I just didn't quite know how I was going to do it, and eventually it got to the last evening, and we'd organised dinner on the beach, and we went round to the one side of the island, the only place on the island where you can see the sunset, and we just went round and we watched the sunset go down, and we did it on there. Yeah, it was lovely.
And then you popped the questions straight after. Have you decided on arrangements like a best man, for example? Have you asked anyone to be your... Have you asked anyone to be your best man?
I've been thinking about it long and hard.
It is tough because you want it to be a genuine friend.
Yeah, you want to be someone who's close to you, don't you?
Yeah, I want to be...
Somebody you've known for a long time.
Somebody who...
Somebody you get on with.
Yeah,
you know.
all of those things. It has to be someone like that. So I haven't asked anybody yet,
right,
but I'm close to asking somebody.
Okay. So you're not... Have you got... I suppose there's quite a lot of people it could be then in your head, because you're very popular. You've got a lot of friends, I know that.
What are you talking? You've got one friend, it's me! I've got one friend, it's you! All right.
What do you bet it's going to be Robbie Williams?
Me and Alan were having a great chat backstage.
Alan, if he asked you, would you be his best man? I mean, you can ask him now if you... I mean, do you want to do this now?
I mean, it's best not to do it on telly, isn't it? You know, these kind of things are personal.
Have you got a busy summer, Alan? I'm thinking about doing it in the summer.
I'm totally available. I don't want the other fella there, though. I'll do Deck and Alan. Deck and Alan's fine.
But you presumably it's going to have to be. You can't not. Yeah.
No, genuinely, I have asked Stan, and he's going to do it for me.
Oh, that's so nice.
I can't bloody wait.
Okay, so Valentine's Day is today, of course. Have you been romantic, making the gestures at home, and have you, with your intended, have you done the same thing?
Well, me and Ali have known each other for a long time, and we used to go out on Valentine's night together when we were both single, because we had no partners, so we would go out together and hang out, and we would kind of laugh at all the people that were together and go, look at them, they're all out for Valentine's night.
You losers couples. You're in a relationship, bro.
You swears.
And this is why it took me so long,
But you've got to make the effort. Have you made the effort this year?
I have this year. I bought some good presents. There've been years when I'm normally quite a romantic person.
Yeah.
And like, I've kind of surprised my wife on holidays, you know, last-minute surprise holidays and stuff. But we got to a point where, and I think were you like this, where when you're married, you tend to do the same thing. And I started taking her to the same restaurant. There was one year she said, I said, I thought we'd go to this place in Chiswick where we live. And she said, oh, boring. I said, really? I said, it's like a Michelin star restaurant. She said, well, we go there every year. She goes, come on, you used to think about things. Yeah. You used to do things at the spur of the moment. I'd go anywhere just so we spend a night together, just something different. So I booked the local chippy and took her there. And she said, I'd go anywhere with you. I thought, right, OK, I'll take this. So I rang the chippy and I said, can I book a table? And the guy went, you want a what? I said, can I book the table? She said, well, we only got one table. And that's where people kind of park their bags while they wait for the chips. I said, well, on Valentine's night, can you make it available? And he's like, yeah, OK, then. He says, but I don't have any reserved signs or anything like that. I said, well, look, get a rose and put it in a vase, which he did. And he went, I'll tell you what, I'll sit on it till you get there. So we were walking down the high street, and I walked past the restaurant she thought we were going to go to. And then she walked, yo, surprise, surprise. I went, no, actually, we're not going there. Then we turned left and went into Chris's fish and chip shop, went in, and sat on the table like this. Go on then, here you are. And we sat there, and we both had sausage and chips and a can of lilt, and it was less than a tenner. And we had a lovely night.
That's all you need. Have a chat. Oh, dear. OK, here's exciting news. It's just been announced this week that you're doing a special documentary here for ITV, and you're interviewing Prince Charles.
Yeah. It's to celebrate 40 years of the Prince's Trust, his charity, and we're 40 this year, so kind of it works quite well for him and for us. And we're going to join him and have unprecedented access to him and see the work he does and go to all the charities and meet people who the charity have helped over the course of the next few months, really, most of this year.
And it's been a huge success, the Prince's Trust. I mean, it's changed so many people's lives, hasn't it? And I guess you'll be talking to a lot of the kids, who, some of them will be, you know, grown-ups now, of course, quite old, but whose lives have been changed by that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what we're going to do. And we're going to go around and see a lot of the projects that he set up back in the northeast as well, where we came from. So we're really looking forward to that, spending some time with him and kind of getting under his skin a bit and getting on his nerves, probably.
That's a weird picture. That looks like Ant with Nick Clegg behind him. It's either Nick Clegg or KD Lang. I can't work out. OK, so Saturday Night Takeaway is back, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't that exciting news? Thank goodness. Because without you two, ITV would collapse, let's face it. Me and Paddy McGuinness, we'd be back on the bins if you weren't knocking around. So my favourite part of the weekend when it's on, I'm guessing there'll be some new features, but also some of the old favourites coming back as well?
Yes, absolutely. We have audience hits where we surprise people in the audience.
Yeah.
We've got Win the Ads, we've got all the things. Ant versus Deck is back. And this time, for the first time, we've got a brand new shiny app that you can play along at home, so you can choose who you think's going to win the challenge. If you're right, you could win money at home if you get the right one. The Littles are coming back, Little Ant and Deck are coming back to annoy a load of celebrities.
I tell you what I love, before we talk about stuff, I love the undercover pranks you do.
Oh, yeah.
I love seeing people being caught out in the way, and it's always good-natured, it's always warm-hearted, but it's funny. But sometimes I love seeing the characters they get you dressed up as.
Yeah.
And I also love hearing you, let's face it, struggle with the accent.
Everything's just tinged with a little bit of Geordie, isn't it?
Yeah. Here's a few of the characters that Ant and Deck have been over the years. That's when you did David Dickinson.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think you were, Deck, you were Scouser in that one, weren't you?
Well, no, you were meant to be a Manc, but then David Dickinson said, oh, good Scouse lad. So Deck went, oh, I'm going to have to go with this.
So you rolled with it.
Yeah.
Improv.
Yeah.
But this next one, you were in America because Jeremy Kyle's out there doing his show.
Yeah.
And that's quite extreme. I mean, they're really...
But on that picture, it looks like all three of us have got prosthetic heads. He won't let me say that. You keep looking, it does.
The longer it looks, he looks the least realistic of the lot of you. Now, this was the one when you trick girls allowed.
We were a pair of Irish nuns. Sister Mary and Sister Bernadette.
Do you ever feel a little bit guilty, though? Because I know, I mean, normally, as I said, it's genuine, it's warm-hearted, but sometimes you sort of trick people into the situation. Sometimes it's an event that they're looking forward to, and so you have to kind of, be there to undercut it.
Yeah. Sometimes, we've done that, where we get people down and do the undercover on them, and then it turns out that they actually haven't got that gig that they thought they were getting.
We done one on Bradley Walsh where he thought he was doing an after-dinner speech, and he thought he was getting paid 10 grand for the speech, and it was for this company, and it turns out that Bradley was doing the after-dinner speech, and we told all the audience were actors, and we told them not to laugh at any of his gags.
Wow, that's about as cruel as you can get.
I know.
It was hilarious, though.
I can imagine.
And then the company's mascot, the duck, had died. So the new mascot, I came out dressed as Dotty the duck, started dancing around, which he didn't find funny at all. Then I took the head off. And then I think he took a swing at me and got in the taxi. He swore at me a lot, got in the taxi, stayed and wouldn't come back at all. And then they were eventually persuaded to come back. And then he kind of saw the funny side until we said, no, you're not getting the 10 grand. And then he got back in the car. Well, that took quite a lot of mending.
Okay.
But we do one on Ollie Murs as well on the show this week, and Ollie's been asked to do a waxwork for Madame Tussauds.
And so he genuinely has?
He has, he has.
Yeah.
We found this out. So we thought, we can try and hijack this a little bit. And so he'd been for a couple of sittings at Madame Tussauds, and we then rang his management company, who told him that he has to go back in because the guys at Madame Tussauds have come up with this 360 scanning device that you get in now, and he's going to be the first person in the country to get in there, and it scans you, and it's a bit like a 3D printer, and it'll print the waxwork.
The whole body.
Of course, that's all bollocks. I mean,
and you two are the scientists in charge of this. So is this in the first episode?
This is in show.
OK, well, because we have a clip of this. It's only been shown, of course. This is Ant and Deck. It starts this Saturday night, ITV 7 p.m. Of course, it's live, which makes it anything could happen.
Yeah.
But here's a clip of something they recorded with poor Ollie.
OK, we're just going to power up the system. Shouldn't take very long.
SNT scan 2014. System activated.
I just need to check the door, Ollie. Just bear with me.
Yeah.
Ollie, could you pull the handle for me? Yeah. Pull that.
There you go.
Bless him.
Bless him. Poor thing. It gets worse as well. It gets worse than
It gets
that.
a whole lot worse, and he comes out and he's covered in gunk by the end of it because we've poured all sorts on him. And he comes out and bless him, he's been having 3 months worth of sittings for Madame Tussauds, and then we go, you're not having a waxwork, you're on that Saturday night takeaway, and he thought the whole waxwork was a set up.
I know. I felt
So
really,
bless him,
really
his little face sank. And we went, no, you all getting waxwork, just that we're not making it.
It's not ours. Yeah, so he is.
Let's change the tone here a little bit. Well, first of all, before we get onto this, there's something I want to show you. Before we do that is another big challenge this year. Ant and Dec, I don't know if you've heard this, you're hosting the Brits.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, we are, yeah.
So you're going to host the next Brits. That's going to be a big thing, 25th of February. You've done it once before, way back when.
Yeah.
Does it feel weird to think back in your career? Because, of course, we all know this. You kind of started as PJ and Duncan on TV, and then you had the music career.
Yeah.
And you were actually nominated for Brits.
A Brit.
OK, you were nominated for A Brits.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were nominated in 1995, so...
and you were nominated as Best Newcomers.
Best Newcomers in 1995.
And did you win that year, or did you...?
We didn't win. We
No,
were a very,
no.
very close second place to a band called Oasis.
Oh, right.
Whatever happened to them?
Well, you were robbed.
Yeah, weren't we?
You were robbed. But do you... I mean, I know we had that thing recently where everyone was going about Ready to Rumble again, and that came back, and you had another... That was a hit all over again. But do you miss that? Or is there ever a moment you think, you know, I wish we'd gone down that path. I wish we'd expressed ourselves musically.
No.
No. Do you not miss performing the songs and doing that?
No. It's no. We knew we weren't, you know, songwriters. We weren't really that talented singers, and it was, you know, we got the gig. We were written out of Brighton Grove.
Yeah.
We were kind of pensioned off at 18, and we got offered the record contract, and it was a lot of fun for like 3 years.
Yeah.
And we travelled the world and stuff, and
Wow.
done silly. Wow. But
That's your first album with K.D. Lang, wasn't it? I remember that.
But yeah, we were both glad when it came to an end.
Yeah. But I used to throw that, because it was kind of that period when rap and hip-hop, which is kind of the dominant popular music now, but that was just emerging as a strong force. And so even though you weren't, you had to do the rap shapes and all that.
Yeah, it was weird. We left Biker Grove and we needed something to do when we got offered this deal. So we kind of treated it like another job, a bit like an acting gig. So, you know, we played the parts.
Well, I think you played the part very well, and to prove that, I'd like to share with you a moment which hasn't been seen for many years, I believe. This is one of the...
It's not that video again, is it, from last time?
No, this is even better, because... and this is a special Valentine's gift from me and from this show to you. Eternal Love was the track. I know you remember that. That was a minor hit. Eternal Love was a minor hit for you guys, wasn't it? But it had a beautiful message and some beautiful, beautiful lyrics, you know, something about the smell of sun cream, you know, such a familiar smell. I mean, it was romantic.
Happy Valentine's, everybody.
This is a live performance you did on London Tonight.
What?
Yep. And I want you to watch that, because Ant, I think, invents several whole new rap stances. I mean... And the anger, he's straight out of Brompton, or wherever it is, I don't know where it was. OK, check this out. Here we go, from 1994.
Here they are, PJ and Duncan, the first ever television performance of their new single, Eternal Love. Take it away, boys.
I'll give you my love. Eternal love. From me to you. A token of love. Those times we had, I'm never gonna forget. Long summer nights and lazy days. We knew our love was not a passing phase. Suntan lotion, that familiar smell. Never was shelves. The sand on my feet and the warm sea breeze. The kind of romance that's hard to believe. Our bodies together.
It's gone. It's coming back, I promise. It's safe to come out. Wow.
Oh, God.
Wow.
That's horrific.
That is hardcore old school right there.
What were we thinking, man?
I love you kind of doing the gangster walk. And then singing about suntan lotion.
Oh, God.
Ladies and gentlemen, Anton Day.
Thank you.
They're here all night, ladies and gentlemen. Tell your friends. Also on the show to come in a minute, Goldie Hawn, Alan Davies and Diana Krall. So join me after the break.